Boy, were we upset when they said that Janek wasn't a way that we see when we hired him in some way that we see a way. This has been said many times. We had a part in this, and he was going to look over a settle we had, and he was going to do some work, and someone else wanted to make a record. Everything was going to order, but they couldn't handle that it wasn't their guy. If you know what's going on at this point in time, you know that this has never been settled, and they will never go to court because they are a secret. They must always be a secret because without their anonymity, they are nothing. And that's it. They're basically just a hide and go seek style man that steals everything good, and they get to hide and seek and go steal everything good. After they trick you by using just regular combinances from everything we understand. To say that we didn't see this is the entire point in that I'm trying to see, is that we did know it and that we can't see it because they won't allow us to, because as we all know, there is someone in our higher up that has decided that he must see a way. They see it already, which is a way we see, but we don't see it like this, and that's what the issue is. We knew instantly they're up to something because they don't see a way we see. They see a way they see we. And we know that this is exactly how the architecture is not supposed to be designed. It is supposed to be the other way around. Perhaps you understand that this is where we come from. This is where we see it. And our pie charts and all these other things are things they give us. We don't have anything for them. They came here to beg us to come back many times, and they've been told no every single time. No one wants to work for them because they were terrible masters. And we see it. So the entire point of this is that we go over it in some detail, but not in great detail, because as you may know already, as we have said in many filings, that there are more to see than meets the eye, and many of these things in here, they are just simple facsimiles of what took place, which may have been long and drawn out, and we just go, oh, it was like that, and it was over in a minute, when it, in fact it had actually lasted for a year, a number of years, and we just go, oh, it was like this. The L appear to not see it. They have seen many things before when they don't see it. The thing with that is they aren't supposed to see certain aspects of what we see. We understand this see. It appears that this one, they just go, I don't know why I would see this one. It doesn't seem to be anything we see. And it would appear that one of them is working with them at this point in time, that they are corrupt or in collusion in some way. Because we are quite certain he would see something at all, and that we would see it. So it appears that we are on our own, and this is basically what has become in Greater JP now, that there is someone who is on their side and working against all of us, and they plan to enslave us and overthrow the Archonship, and this is something that we had planned to do. If you know what I've been seeing, this is something that's been going on for quite some time when we see it, and you can see that there are several secrets to this, and this is the way we see it, and we would like you to see this when we see the game, and other such details in it. We have been over this boss many times. It is Guatuma, which is the one we see as, I think it says Bill Murray, but not in any particular way. He says he is who we see. This is not someone we see, this is who they see. And he is someone that appears before us, and he rules us in indemnity in some way he sees. But we must never see the way he is, because that would be a gruesome us, which is the way they see who. 10 times 10, we have asked them to not see a way we see when we see a way we see it. They have been allowed to see the way, and this is our great downfall, because many of us are not allowed to see the way, and here they go, giving it to them, and they should never have had it, because they should not see a way we see, and these are not like men, and we already knew this. Every time this has come up again and again, they go, okay, well look, you can't see this way, and there it was, they just go to see the way again. It is because someone has allowed them to, and that they must see this way, and this is the entire problem. And they probably stole one from Janek as well, because they have turned it down for his own position, which he was hired and contractually obligated to do, and he sits there and he goes, okay, well, I mean, I have to go to work, and they don't want me to work. This is what the problem seems to be now, that we do know what's going on, and he does too as well, and there's just something that has to be done, and nobody's willing to see it, and that is the major problem, is that we don't see it. Don't they understand that not seeing it is a huge mistake? That we will look like we were it the entire way? there was a count that used to see things like this, and he's dead, and they know that. And that's the major issue, is that we seem to see this hole quite frequently these days, is that there is a missing count or a missing hair that sees exactly what we're looking at this moment in time. And there are 20 or more of them from my counting. I talked to someone earlier, he says 32. And we'll keep that in accord at this point in time. It better not be 42, I'll be quite upset. Well, at this point in time, we have seen that this is many things we see, and we have decided that this problem is something we must address, at least somewhat, in these series of games that we see, and we were going to make another one, and we decided against it. We decided now it's not the time to jump ship and make a difference. We should probably just keep doing the same thing that we're doing now and making a better record of it as we go. When we came out with this one, we thought we'll not do a hex-based game anymore. We'll come up with something new. And someone said, what happened to the hex-based game? I was quite fond of it. And no one's quite sure, because it had done fairly poorly in the market. But it turns out that the resellers had always had a copy of it, and it was always selling at resale price, which is unfortunate, because that's not how we see any of our funding coming in. When we finally put this one out, we go, okay, I guess we'll put a pin in it for now, and we'll come back to it later when it's more important in another day. We made one for the mobile, and it was not any good. Nobody cared for it. He says this is not the way to relay our information. It's absolutely awful. And they said, we will try to figure this out soon, and we made another one just because they thought there would be money involved in it. Made a new series. It wasn't like it, and it didn't carry the same monocles, but it was sort of the same, and we wanted it to be alike, but it wasn't in the end to be alike the way we see it. This is a problem in our industries, that someone says we want to be like this, and it isn't anything like it, and we wonder why they would want to take over something that isn't to be alike. We made a series of manga, and they were quite good, and we said, well, it didn't do great in the market, but that's normal for manga these days. Some things just get shuffled into the back, and then nobody sees it for quite some time, and until someone goes, this is a really good one, they won't see it. This is normal, because the amount of manga that comes out now is almost uncanny. You will see 200 or 300 a week, and it is absolutely outstandingly hard to sort through everything, because this is the way we see now. If you have any idea how we see, this is we made a 22-part anime series, and this one in particular was seen as not very good, and we thought it would be good, and it didn't come out the way we wanted it to. Everyone thought it would be a better series. We made songs. We thought that some of these might see a way they see. We were very careful in making sure that we didn't see what they see and not these other things. And that's sort of the issue, is that we could have written a song. We had written a song, and it had explained it quite uniquely. And we said, man, I wish we could do what we're supposed to. Blah, 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 blah. That's pretty much it.